Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Bring us in, man.
This is tough shit. You've been
Tough
waiting
shit.
for it. Stop lying. I know you have.
What if someone was out there actually really, really waiting for this, and they're like, "This is," they're like this on their computer, just, please come already.
I was gonna kill myself tomorrow, but I just knew you guys had a tough shit coming up, and I
had to wait.
Oh, thank God! Like one more day that I'm alive in this world. I'm gonna go take a bath, and I'm gonna play this podcast.
And then his internet breaks.
And he's like, "Oh fuck it!" And then the last email that we're gonna get an email, and the last thing that he ever says is like, "Fuck Comcast."
And then Stan plays, and this is the beginning of Stan. What's up, man? Welcome to Tough Shit. What's going on, buddy?
You know what? I'm feeling better. I'm feeling good.
I am too. Before this, because this is movie magic, and you guys did not see our lives before this shit.
We just had sex.
We were on a downer, just kind of cruising. And now we back up, having a fucking blast.
Having a good ass time.
Yes, sir.
I gotta say, having a ball. We have it's been a scummy day, cloudy.
Yeah. True that.
California, baby.
That's how we do it.
Every day is beautiful, right?
Yes, sir.
Best fucking state in the
the U.S. I would probably think so. Yeah, because of the fucking weather.
Because of the weather.
Anywhere like New York is fun. Austin is fucking fun, but weather fucking sucks.
Every state has their cool shit.
Yes.
But I think they overcompensate for the shitty weather.
365 days out of the year, you want to be here.
You want to be here. Everybody wants to be here.
Yep.
Who has the most songs about their state?
That's actually a good statistic to look up.
Name one song about Missouri.
Sweet Home Missouri by the Rascals.
I'm sure. I'm sure Nelly's probably got.
No, there probably has to be some shit.
I'm not talking. You guys are fine.
All right, man. Welcome to Tough Shit, where we just talk some shit. I'm gonna start off with the first topic.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, fuck it. All right. We both know, and everyone knows, that Bill Nye got a show now. The child in me was excited for it.
Yeah.
And was super happy to, Bill Nye's back. And the child in me is still happy about him having a show. But then the adult now, we try to watch it. No, thank you.
I was
not
really,
for me.
You know what? I didn't remember anything about the show. I was mostly excited about the feeling that I would get when I was
trying to bring back that nostalgia.
Yeah, because I'm like, I remember watching this and liking it a lot, and then we played. I'm like, oh, this is, yuck.
It was not good. It was cheesy. It was not good. But this topic is not necessarily about Bill Nye having a show back, because we're both pretty excited that he has a show back and trying to make it in this entertainment world.
I'm still
glad he's working.
He has a show.
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I'm still happy that he has.
Right. Still definitely happy he has a show. But this actually topic is, since the show has aired, he's been doing, whatever random episodes on different topics and getting some criticism on the different topics he's talking about and the things he's talking about in the topics. And I had seen just maybe a couple days ago where there was another scientist who came out and said, Bill Nye was talking about vaccines, and he came out and he said, Bill Nye is oversimplifying vaccines, and that's not the right process, and just went off on this tangent about how it's not right, and I'll get your first thoughts on that, just in general, and then I'll tell you my perspective on what I thought about that. But what's your thought on that? Bill Nye has these shows, bringing some topics in, and then he's getting criticism from, let's just keep it within the same science industry of what he's doing.
I think first off, I think
gonna hate. Lover's gonna love.
I think that that's good. It's good that he's getting hate. That means that that means the show is working. because he's able to have people talk about him and
Makes
have
sense.
an uproar. If you have an uproar, that means people are watching you. People are there's enough people at least within your realm to be mad about what you're putting out there, and that's a good thing. But vaccines, I don't know how I feel about them. I had them did you have them when you were a child? I mean,
Oh yeah, of course. Oh, for sure. I got the Mexican immigrant vaccine. Yeah. The fucking,
you know,
look that shit up. Google it. It's funny. One of our buddies, Stilts, didn't believe that shit.
No.
He's a fucking white guy. He's never experienced that in his life. And I told him, for anyone who doesn't know about this shit, you can identify a Mexican who migrated to the U.S. by this dot that they have in their arm because they had a vaccination. I think it was a tetanus shot or something right when you come into the country, and they just inject you in the shoulder, and it's not a fucking classified nurse. It's not someone who's professional. It's not someone that's being gentle. No. They just...
And it's a fucking moon. My mom has it. My dad has it. I
fucking have it. Yeah.
I was born here and I'm full fucking American. Fucking bitch. I'm fucking American. America. Fuck yeah. I love Kelly America. Fuck yeah. No, but it's true.
America is the greatest fucking country in the world, though.
It is.
For fucking sure.
But this is the shit. Where we can... Who else? What other country lets you just talk shit about the country or talk shit in the... Where we're at.
All other countries are amazing to visit.
Of course.
This is the fucking country to live in.
Yeah, this is the club to be.
Yes, sir.
There should be bouncers be like, nah, dog, you can't come in unless you got 5 bitches.
All the other countries.
What if there was a fucking bouncer at the border? Like, nah, you gotta bring
a ratio.
Yeah, a ratio. You gotta bring fucking at least 3 fucking Muslim hoes.
You know, it's. I was gonna say there's a cover charge, but there is a fucking cover charge to migrate into America. But all the other countries are bitches you sleep with.
Yeah,
America's the one you take home to mom.
It's the mom one.
Fuck yes.
It's as sweet as apple pie, American apple pie.
Yes. Anyways, back to Bill Nye.
Bill Nye.
So, yeah, I agree. So first of all, I agree with you. I think that if people are hating on it or commenting on it, he's doing something enough with his show to kind of touch that out there. That's for sure. My perspective on it was this. Why is it that scientists argue with scientists? It's fucking science.
But I think it's...
Shouldn't there be a clear right or wrong? Like a mathematician shouldn't argue with a mathematician because 2 + 2 always equals 4. And it's a fact.
I think science is about arguing.
Well, it's hypotheses and developing, right?
To get to the point, to get to the actual fact. Arguing to get to the fact.
But I think that's right with things that are beyond what's known at the moment.
Yeah.
Vaccination should be fucking known at the moment. They've been around for so fucking long. So I feel like there's these topics within science that it's like, this shit is proven. There's been funding. There's been years of research. Why do scientists argue with scientists? It doesn't make any sense to me.
The opposite, like against vaccinations, I have come across.
Yeah, I have for sure.
It's like it causes like damage.
Right.
To these children, and it's like I can see that point, but you're gonna bring in. You want to make sure you have a healthy child as well.
Right.
It's a tough one, honestly. It's a tough one.
I feel like, now that you said that, I feel like you shitted on my on my thought, but that's because I don't know, I guess now you're right, because some of the science hasn't been fully fact or proven. It's a consistent search for knowledge. They're arguing the back and forth on the search for knowledge.
Because I don't know how I feel about it. Like I think I would, if I had a child right now, I think I would have him vaccinated. That's my just feeling. But I do see this, and it does kind of halt me a little bit. At least slows me, like, because you see, like, okay, you vaccinate your child, and they get, I think you get a bunch of like health issues if you vaccinate your child, and there's some off chance that that'll happen. But mostly, it's good because you want to stave off the possible infections, possible illnesses. But if you think back, a lot of children weren't vaccinated in caveman days. Like, so how did they make it by?
Oh, they died at fucking 25.
Yeah, well, they should have, because they're fucking pieces of shit. Because
they're not involved, and fuck them. But you know what? That kind of brings another thing to mind is maybe they're vaccinating to fight the shit that they created. Mm-hmm. Because I get this shit a lot coming from a fucking Mexican household, is that the parents are always like, oh, we used to eat this and we used to eat that and we're fine. Look at us. But that's because they were eating shit from the soil, like straight, untampered. Straight from the source.
The legit ground to table.
Right. And right now we're at a point where we're eating a bunch of artificial shit that we don't know what the fuck is in it. And
it's meant, you know what? And I've been thinking about that too. And it's meant to preserve the food, because it's hard to make something in Wisconsin, to bring it all the way to Cali to make it still able to consume without it perishing. So it's like, okay, you gotta put some shit in there, but that shit that you're putting in there, like maybe not make it. Maybe you have to go to Wisconsin to eat that. Maybe how about you just keep shit rural?
And that's one of the things that I fucking love about. This is kind of more on the side tangent, but that's one of the things I love about traveling is trying the local cuisine.
Yeah.
It's like, I know this fresh ingredient's not going to last for you to import it in.
That's a big factor about traveling.
Right. Oh, for sure.
There's a fucking loaf of bread right here, fresh as shit. Like I just got.
That's why I love to eat the local women.
Fresh as shit.
Because I love it.
From the dirt to the table.
That's horrible. No, actually, I had seen his. It was an interview. She's a financial analyst. Mm-hmm. And she was tasked with looking at the food industry as a financial analyst and saying, okay, look at X amount of years that the food industry has been around and how does it work as a business? Mm-hmm. So she did that. She started doing the research, and she noticed that around the 60s and 70s is when they started bringing in artificial ingredients. Mm-hmm. Now, the artificial ingredients, it's like what you said, it's all about preservatives. At the end of the day, we're in a capitalist country. It's all about the profit. So they said, if we put in artificial ingredients, the food would last longer. We can then deliver it from Missouri to fucking California. We can then have a longer shelf life. We don't have to produce as much. Things last longer. Therefore, our profit margin increases. So once they started doing that, that's where you use the high fructose syrups and the color dyes. That's where everything started coming in, because it's cheap and it increases their profit. And at the time, the scientists at the time, one, the fucking technology was dog shit back then. But another thing is that they did quick studies or short-term studies where, hey, I'm going to inject you with some high fructose corn syrup, see what it does to your system, and it doesn't do anything to you. No. So then they come to this conclusion of like, okay, these artificial ingredients, they're not harmful. At least in the short term. Yeah. Now in the fucking 2000s, it doesn't exist. Exactly. How the fuck is your
process? Fucking, of course.
How the fuck is your body gonna react to something that doesn't exist? Maybe it could. Some things it will act immediately, but some of this stuff wasn't. And
I'm sorry. Yeah. I think anything that's super processed is not good for you.
So, no, because it's a mystery agent coming into your body,
and it's not normal. It
doesn't belong there.
It doesn't belong there.
Right.
Like cocaine.
Like anal sex.
Oh
wait, I mean.
Oh, you're dick in the ass. It doesn't. But like cocaine, I don't think it's deadly enough, but I think it's.
Great to have a fucking good time.
Have a great time, bro. We just had a few lines right now, but I think it's good for the. I think if you chew the coca leaf, it's perfectly fine. I think it'd be perfectly healthy if you chew that. And then what else? Milk. I think if you drink it from the teat, or just drink it fresh, I think it'll be perfectly fine. Anything else,
but because they fucking milk the cow and then they put it into this big aluminum bin and then they stir it with an aluminum,
and boil and and it's just like you're not supposed to drink that much.
You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that.
That's
to them.
not for humans.
Yeah. So then in the financial analyst study. She noticed, because the study she did was now within this time range, like 2014, 2015. She's like, now we're in the era where we're seeing all the side effects to all that shit. So that's why cancer has increased like crazy. Like America is one of the most cancer heavy countries in the world. Autism, like it's like a crazy statistic, like 50% of fucking infants have some form of autism now. Yeah. And it's because... And when they did a graph study on it, You saw the financials go up on the thing.
Yeah.
You saw the artificial increased use on the food, and then you saw the fucking cancer, autism, diseases right pattern with it. And now we're in that fucking time where we're reaping what we fucking.
What's funny is that it's not to say that I eat clean all the time. I still eat some garbage.
No, just because whenever you had high fructose corn syrup, you love it.
It's
fucking delicious.
Have you seen the study? And I don't know where to find it. Some of you freaks probably can find that thing, but there's a study where they have rats try cocaine, which is supposed to be addictive, and they love it, eating it all day.
Those are they're addicted to it.
No, but just they love it. But then there's
like an addict loves drugs.
But then to the same rats they present sugar, and they have both. They have cocaine and sugar.
Right.
Fuck
cocaine. All sugar.
All about sugar,
Ooh,
baby.
Man,
I'm
not surprised.
All day.
I'm not surprised.
So it's like, what does that tell you? Like, that's fucking pretty bad if something's addicting like that, and it's true. I've had that trouble. Like you just crave it.
I could tell.
Yeah, I don't have
fat jokes
tits for years, but you have that trouble. Like you crave. Like I don't even like sweets, but sometimes you're just chilling and he's like, you know what? I feel like a fucking ice cream.
That's funny. Yeah, no, it's funny you say that because even we went to go eat. We just had fucking lunch today, and then after that we found some local honey for the fucking allergies, but. After I ate that and then I had the honey, I was like, you know what? This just feels so good after a meal. And I have a cousin who loves that shit. After a meal, he's like, man, I need something sweet, man. I don't know. It's just a thing. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, even in the fruit, you don't get that much sugar like at a time.
And it's crazy because it's a lot.
Yeah.
A fucking apple has like 20 grams of sugar or whatever the hell it is.
2 scoops of fucking sugar, and there's like 5 apples or something like that. Like
it's crazy, right?
You have to eat 5 fucking apples to get that amount of sugar. That's crazy.
So yeah, man, fucking Bill Nye. So happy that Bill Nye has a show, but I guess you just proved how stupid my thought process is because I don't know. A part of me was just thinking that I was like, science is supposed to be fact. Yeah. Why are they arguing with each other? But you're right. There is some things. Science is the pursuit of knowledge. Yeah, so that's what they're doing.
The pursuit of the truth, truly. Like,
right.
To find what's the real deal.
Right, right. So it's not that they already acquired it. It's they're still pursuing it. And that's why these arguments are going back.
People can argue with each other.
Right.
And who knows when something will actually be.
There's the shitty part was that I thought I had such a good perspective on it. I was like, oh, why has no one ever thought of this? This is magnificent. I had a fucking Socrates moment.
Well, that's why we work so well. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm right.
Because I was gonna say, because I'm a dumb fuck and you're not.
No, I'm not saying that I'm right either. But I'm just saying that I feel that's how I feel. And then sometimes you catch me with shit like that too. So it's just like it's interesting. Because a lot of the stuff, like you're watching this as I'm learning, like you're seeing his perspective, but I'm also seeing his perspective
for the first time.
For the first time, and it's like, what the fuck?
Because I actually had that thought as we were driving to go get food, and I mentioned to you, you're like, wait, no, don't tell me, hold on to it. So,
and because we would have blown it right then, this would have sucked.
Yeah,
but right now your mind is fucked.
Ooh, take a dick to the mind.
Fucked.
All right, my man. Well, that was my fucking topic, man. What do you got for me?
I liked it. There was an article I was reading about this Instagram chick being extorted for her naked pictures.
Ooh.
So I guess this another Instagram bitch had
drama.
No, right? Had hacked into her account somehow and had a bunch of nudes of her, and she's like, "Give me 15 G's, ace fucking sap. I'm gonna spill your beans." And apparently that's a new thing for the quote unquote millennials. Is there's sex? It's called sextortion. So there's a
whole fucking term for it.
A term. There's been a person. There's a dude. I actually was watching a video, which maybe it killed me.
Was he a professional sextortionist? Yeah, that was his fucking title. Okay.
So he's on a dating site. A dating app or something, and he is chatting back and forth with this girl. Eventually, of course, like any dating connection, you send her your dick. So that's what happened. He sent her dick. He's jerking it, And she's like, give me $1,000 right now.
Oh, I'll blast it.
Or put this on blast.
Ooh.
He's like, $1,000. I'll give you $50. That's a lot of money. Boom. She put it up on online. And it's like, I don't know.
And his mother saw it and she cried.
And then she jerked off.
And then her wife killed herself. Okay.
But they're getting played.
Sextortion, yeah.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about people using nudies or stealing them photos?
I'm actually taking it to a different level. Okay. Where, how do I feel about this? Is my thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're in such a beautiful state. We're in such a beautiful era in life.
It is.
Where there's new crime because of new shit going on.
You're witnessing new shit happen.
Right. And sextortion is now a crime. It wasn't a crime before. It might have been a blackmail. No. Right? You got a president's sex tape or Kennedy and fucking Marilyn Monroe doing some dirt and you
asshole,
yeah, exactly. You can kind of do some blackmail. Sextortion. Did you hear about the hackers who stole Orange is the New Black from Netflix, the new season, and they were holding it for a ransom from Netflix?
That's nuts.
That's where I'm taking it. Where it's such a the world is changing to such a different place now and that you're having new crime in such a rapid speed and that's where I got to give it up to some of these fucking crooks. Is that they're probably the most adaptive motherfuckers out there, right? Like technology is increasing this fast.
Yeah.
Crime is here, like right at the fucking nip of it. Like, okay, how can we fuck these guys over? How can we exploit this? And then business is like a little under that because business is like, how can we make money out of this? Again, exploit it. And then
under the rules of society,
loopholes, right? And then you have the general public who's just consuming it as
getting fucked in the ass
as it goes.
Getting fucked.
Exactly. So that's where my when you're saying this, like, I'm like, oh, that's fucking, oh my God, but I don't know, maybe I'm a sickle for thinking that, but part of me praises these. I almost admire these criminal minds of that. It's like, how are you so fucking in tune with what's being evolved where you can exploit it to that level? It's just fucking fascinating. I wished I was that fucking smart to do some shit like that.
It is crazy. It's dope. Like it's on the other level of sextortion. And I had read about this. So
it sounds like a fucking topic that's like right up your alley. Like you would spend hours mastering this, and then you would be pretentious about it one fucking day.
No. I was watching it right before. This, but I was thinking while we were setting up, and I was thinking, and they're working on this right now. So they've caught these people, the Instagram model that was trying to fuck over the other one for their nudie pics. They caught her and her boyfriend. They were both trying to do this. And right now what they're trying to do is see if it's against your rights to get you for your passcode for your phone. So they can't really prosecute you towards about you extorting them and having the pictures possibly, unless they are able to have access to your phone and your file. So right now they're kind of trying to pass a law or trying to see if it's against your rights to use or to somehow get the passcode from you, or you had to give up your passcode to us so we can fuck you. But that's against the law to do that. You can't
because it falls under some kind of private property.
But what do you feel about someone trying to force you to put your passcode in? Have you seen officers apparently?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Have you seen officers that tell people you have to put your thumbprint right here to unlock your phone?
Right.
I know you've been texting.
Well, and that's the thing. I understand it from the officer's point of view.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you got in a car accident. I need to see what text message you sent 2 minutes ago, right before the accident. If you sent any of them, but exactly. But it's almost like having your glove compartment locked or your trunk locked.
Yeah.
I don't have to open it unless you got a fucking warrant.
And
I think they do have warrants now, and this is me strictly coming out of my ass with it, but I think they do have a warrant now where they serve you a warrant, like, open your phone. But the thing is, it's going to take us sometimes. You have enough time to go in there, delete whatever the fuck you have to delete.
That's why, and I don't have any incriminating things except for a bunch of drugs and a bunch of 17-year-old porno. But no, I don't have anything. But I don't like the fact that somebody would be able to access what I hold private, whatever it might be. I might hold a picture of this drink private, but that's my motherfucking picture, and you're not going to be able to. I don't want you to look at it.
And what are your thoughts? Because I agree with that, but what are your thoughts on you hold this private, but then you put it on a social platform, but you don't necessarily put it out publicly. You just either upload on Facebook as private, I could only see, Instagram only I can see, but it's still on. That's
a tough one.
And that's the thing, and I'll let you simmer on it, but before that, that's the thing that I think some people just don't fucking get. It's like Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, it's not a person. It's not
yours.
It's not yours. It's a fucking company. Yeah. And you're throwing pictures up there that they're collecting. You're serving the company. You're serving the company. You're not. It's not like you printed out a nudie of yourself and you put it in a safe that you bought at your home and you stash it in. That's that's yours. No one else gonna touch that. You bought that shit. It's there. But you're putting on a fucking profile just because it's your profile. It's not yours.
I see that, but I don't. I don't have, and you guys know if you're watching this, I don't have any of that social media stuff. So things that are on my phone are on my phone, like just there, unless I want them to be out. But I don't know, like it makes sense.
And then that's the funny thing, because even though it's on your phone, let's say you end up deciding to be like, I want an iCloud account. Yeah. And it's my iCloud account, but it's not your iCloud account. It's fucking Apple's. It's fucking
but
weird.
You're paying for,
that's the thing. You're paying for it, but it's almost like, is it really mine, or am I just leasing this space?
But we could also do that for banks. I'm paying a monthly service fee to hold my money. But
now, hopefully you're not, because then you're getting fucking raped.
Take my money just nilly-willy.
Right. And that's the and that's the bullshit even with banks. That's the bullshit part with it. You put your money in there, they fucking get the money and they start playing with it, start making some interest, start making some fucking gains, and you're like, well, where the fuck is my shit at? That's my fucking money you're using. It's fucked up.
It's shifty. I'm a big proponent of privacy, of keeping what's yours, because they try to inch towards taking more freedoms from you, and I don't know. I just don't like that. I don't fucking. So hopefully that bill doesn't pass where they can somehow bypass your passcode and be able to incriminate you. I know it's bad. That's a lot of times that's what they use to combat crime. We're taking freedom from you to combat crime. Fuck you. Combat it another way.
Well, that's where
figure it out, bitch.
Yeah, that's where the whole fucking Patriot Act came from. Yeah, there was terrorist attacks, and then they said, okay, because of the national security, we have the Patriot Act, which says, at any minute given time, the CIA or the government can say, we're getting into any of your personal stuff because it's the fear of terrorism.
I just think that they just want to snoop in everybody's business.
Yeah. And this is just a nut. No, this is the funny part is we're all these people in power, they're just humans. And tell me, if you and I were just chilling in some Mirando's girl's room we just met, tell me we wouldn't, if we didn't go above and beyond and go walk over to the fucking drawer and look in, but we would at least think it. Or we would be looking around like, what kind of fucking shit is in this room?
I knew that
it's human nature.
If I can hear her, if she was right outside the door and I think she was banging, and I can hear her go to the bathroom, like I can hear the door go into the bathroom.
You're looking around.
I'd go to her bed and sniff the residual scent of hers.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just fucking people. Yeah. So no matter where they fucking are in power,
they're gonna be freaks. They're gonna
have the human instinct of like, ooh, what's behind the veil? Yeah. Some creepy shit.
It's creepy shit.
We're all creeps.
I wonder if Obama takes selfies of his cock. Like it just. You're gonna want to see that.
Right.
It doesn't. I want to see it, and I'm not like I don't want to see his dick
because you love black dick. That's why.
But it'd be interesting. It's just like I wonder if this fucking dude just like takes nudies. Like what a fucking freak.
Do you think part of that is, it's like I ask you a lot of questions like that, where it's almost like I just wanna know if I'm just a human. Mm-hmm. Like I don't know if that makes sense, really. But like I just want to know. Do you think this shit too? Does this happen to you too? Do you feel this way too?
Because you're always combating the feelings that you get, primitive feelings. Oh, I shouldn't think this because I am I'm citizen of the world. I shouldn't. No, but you're like, no. There's just guttural instincts as a human being that I want to smell her essence on the bed. Or I want to see this because it's interesting to me, or I want to taste this or touch this or do things
right
out of just sheer primitive fucking feel, not because not with an agenda, just because I'm like, ooh, like
it's just some alert to it for whatever fucking reason.
For whatever reason.
Yeah, and I've had that thought before too with like the Tony Robbins and the Gary Vaynerchuks of the world, mm-hmm. where if you look at their social media, if you look at the content they spit out, they seem like flawless, motivated, ambitious individuals that everyone strives to be like. Mm-hmm. But even like Robbins, I had a previous marriage and a divorce. Well, why?
Yeah.
What happened there, Robbins?
Well, it's the...
And we can't just automatically assume, it's because the fucking wife wasn't a great top leader like he was.
Giving up pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the day I became an adult...
Which was never.
Which
was yesterday at 2:07.
But when I realized I was an adult is when I realized my parents don't have the answers.
Right.
Because up to that point, they had the answers up to 17 until I went into the workforce and started earning for myself. I'm like, oh shit!
Right.
No one knows.
Right. There's no magic behind the veil.
That's when it sunk in. I'm a fucking adult.
Did that fuck with you a little bit?
I did.
Right.
Because it's like, wow, like everyone's aimlessly kind of doing their thing, and you might have a passion and you might follow that, but no one has true meaning.
You have a hunch.
Yeah. You have a hunch.
Like I was listening to the interview with this, I forgot his name, is this black dude who ended up becoming the manager for Lady Gaga and kind of blew her up to what she is. And he did that with Eve as well. And the interviewer asked the interviewee, when you first met Lady Gaga, did you know she was going to be a star?
Yeah.
And he gave one of the most honest, dope answers I've ever heard, because I've heard other talent agents or producers, even like Jay-Z about Rihanna. Yeah. I knew she was a star from the minute she walked in, right? And this fucking guy said, you never know. You just hope.
Yeah.
And you think and you wish, but you never fucking know. He's like, so I thought she was going to be a star. I hoped she was going to be a star. And I kind of, had a blind faith that she was going to be. I wasn't sure 100%. And that's one of the dopest shit. And I think that's actually how people live their fucking lives. It's like, I don't know if this is the right decision, but I think, and I have faith in it, and I wouldn't pick another one.
That's why you should listen to the older wisdom.
Right.
I know a lot of the times it's bullshit, but you still should listen to it and take because there's nuggets of truth behind every bullshit. Well, you shouldn't go out without a jacket. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Fuck you, Dad.
Fuck you, old man.
You piece of shit.
Yeah, you old piece of shit.
You never fucking raised me.
But at the same time, they experience something, and why waste the time that he already put in to do the same fucking mistake?
Yes.
Skip that.
Yes.
And go right ahead above him.
Hallelujah, brother.
I says, go ahead and skip.
Yeah, I know. I'm totally fucking with you with it, man. Well, shit, dude. That was what the fuck was the topic?
Shit.
I don't even know. I don't even know what the fucking icebreaker.
This is gonna be a game. What was the original? Oh, Sextortion.
Sex fucking extortion led to this. the wisdom of others, learn from others' mistakes.
It takes, if you're gonna take something, we always try to teach you guys. This is kind of our failed attempts at trying to teach the public is. We always try to come up with something that you guys should realize and
take away from
this show. We talk a lot of shit, but I think we put out some good points, and you might hate us or whatever.
It's funny. It's funny you say that because you and I have talked about this before, where we've been friends for a really long time, and we will definitely have moments, years of not really communicating on a daily basis. Hell, rarely, but every time we link back up, we're in fucking sync with each other, and I think it's because we both really try to go deep in shit, and we really try to learn in shit, and we talk you literally just said that we talk a lot of shit, but there's a depthness, and this counts a little.
We really want to believe in more and learn from more.
Right. And this sounds a little pretentious, but it's like, I think we try to go deeper than the average person on things.
I think
and sometimes it's funny because sometimes I feel slightly corny about it.
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm talking to someone, I'll be saying some shit.
Yeah.
And I've gotten from people, I've gotten from my girl, I've gotten from other friends. Yeah. It's like, oh, why do you always like to go deep into people and shit like that? And I'm like, I have a genuine curiosity for it. Like, I'm not trying to do it because I'm trying to show off or anything. Like, I mean, it's like that.
But after you say it, you're like, oh, that was kind of corny, but but it doesn't coming from a place for. I wasn't trying to show off, but I'm like, I was just trying to make you.
I was genuinely fucking curious.
I said it out loud just to kind of chew on it.
Right, and it's funny because it goes back to the very first time you and I went to a strip club. Yeah. The very first fucking time I went to a strip club. I remember it was your 18th birthday, and it was us two and I think two of your cousins.
Yeah.
And we were chilling there, and then at one point of the night, I had the stripper sit on my lap and sit there for maybe half an hour or so.
Yeah.
And I remember you even told me your cousins were like, yo, does this guy know this chick or what the fuck? And then you told me that. You're like, hey, I was like, do you know her? Like, they're fucking asking. And she was like, no, I was just talking to her. Like, I literally was just talking to her. But like, the fuck is your life about? What do you do? Who the fuck are you? What is this? What is that? And I don't know. Like, maybe someone can see that as like, oh, you're being a little cheesy fuck. You're trying to get it in. You're trying to flirt. But I was like, no, I was genuinely curious. I'm like, who is this random chick who's a daughter of someone who's now a stripper doing this thing? Like, why, who, what, when, where? Like, and I think it almost goes, I'm just attaching shit now, but it almost goes to why I have such a love for narratives. Because a part of me has always deeply fantasized about being different people. Like, you know what? I fucking wish I was born rich and white.
Yeah.
You know what? I wish I was the captain of a SWAT team. I wish I was in the fucking army. Yeah. I wish I was a fucking pirate. Like, just to feel like that. Be
someone sure of themselves.
That's interesting.
Be like, I know I'm a pirate and I'm gonna go fucking get the booty.
Oh my god, I hadn't even thought of that, but maybe that's what I'm fucking striving for, is being sure of who the fuck I am.
You are.
Because I've had moments where I had this one thought where I was categorizing men.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I told my girl, I got to get my girl props for this. It sounds corny as fuck, but I got to get my girl props for this shit.
Oh.
I know. Because
that's good though. She's a good girl.
A fucking savage. Because we're talking about masculinity.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't feel like I'm a masculine dude because I'm not the fucking go carve a canoe like out of a tree trunk.
Yeah.
And she's like, really? She's like, I see you as a
bed shed.
Yeah, right. And she's like, really? I see you as a extremely masculine guy. I was like, why? And then she started telling me the reasons why, just because my thought process and how I am.
Penis, because I write it sometimes.
Because you dick down.
Because you fucking fuck me good.
And I had this, and this was before that, but I had this thought process of
before that.
Yeah, but I had this thought process of categorizing men. I was like, okay, there's the outdoorsman, There's the corporate man.
Yeah.
There's this man. And I at that moment, because I was working in corporate and I was wearing suits and I was climbing the corporate ladder, I had put myself in that category. I said, this is the type of man I am.
Corporate man.
I am this man. I'm a businessman. Not a businessman. I am a corporate man. I don't do outdoor shit because I'm not an outdoorsman. I'm not a fisherman because I don't fucking fish. I'm a corporate man.
That was you trying to put a box into the situation.
Because I thought, looking at the world, that everyone's in a box, and that's what it is.
But you realize the world is fucking chaos. Random fucking chaos.
And that's what now... part of this conversation is bringing that to light, but and I had a slight thoughts of this before, and this is why I'm so fucking excited for this podcast and what the fuck we're doing, is because now I realized there's various sides of me. There's the very cutthroat business guy. There's the very creative guy who likes doing. There's the very silly guy. Yeah. And then there's the very fucking angry guy.
Don't forget the one that likes the delicious gay guy. Dicks.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, that one reigns supreme.
I always have to deal with that side of you. I'm like, please don't touch my dick while we're recording a podcast, please.
That's like now he was reaching. That's why we turn off the video. Because
I'm like, oh, give me that dick. But there's the very serious guy.
There's just all these fucking sides, and then at the end of the day, it's just like, dude, it's
not a square, it's a circle. I'm
just a burrito.
A lot of sides.
just a burrito of all these fixins.
I got sour cream.
Right.
I got guac.
And this to make it even more cheesy, and without the other, it's not a fucking delicious burrito.
Yeah. You know what? And that's very true, because I'm not, you have these super fans of something. You have these super, I'm a metal guy. I'm an emo guy. And you always looked at him before like, fuck, like that's cool that he knows.
He latches onto that and identifies himself as that.
At least I used to think that's cool that he identifies himself with that. That's what he is. That's who he is. But later on, I'm like, no. Because you don't have, you don't have to be that. You could be something
fucking
else.
Open your mind to other shit. Yeah,
you can be an emo guy and like sports, be an emo guy, and maybe like to socialize. You can do a bunch of things. I like cartoons. I like anime. I like
butt sex. Yes,
books. I like butt sex. I like I like video games and comedy and drama and movies and crying and talking. I mean, I like everything. I feel like I like a lot of shit.
Yeah, I'm fucking the same fucking way, man.
But you don't have to. I say I'm this.
Right.
And maybe that's why
that's crazy. Yeah, but that's probably why. That's why that goes back to the original point. I think that's why you and I, for so fucking long, always come back to that. To like, holy shit, yeah, we see eye to eye. Because that's, at the end of the day, that's the driving factor. If you're trying to figure out without figuring out.
We always go back to like, we fucking see eye to eye. Yeah. We come back to, it's a normal ass relationship that we've had.
Booyah, motherfucker. Crazy shit.
Well, thanks for for realizing
that
shit
was awkward.
That was fucking. We started to each other's eyes deeply.
Yeah, that was way too long. Yeah. Well, man, fuck, that wraps up tough shit episode, whatever the fuck.
You decide.
You fucking decide, man.
Listen. But no, fuck yeah. Thanks for. I mean,
if you guys have some real shit, share some real shit with us.
Try some shit, real shit. Tell us what you're liking. I want to see what you like, and I want to. Maybe we'll have a liking to it too. Like, send us everything that you're into, and we're always interested. We're always open. But I remember back in the day, even also it was just
so close-minded.
I only like
so close-minded, man. Like so fucking close-minded. Yep.
But it's not. It's even before. Like, it was just us being little faggy high schoolers.
Right.
I look down on that.
And you know the funny thing is. And man, this is just a mind fuck. But even now, saying that shit, like, oh, we're just so open now. It's like, is that a cheesy fucking shit that we picked up from somewhere? And there's like, it's cool to be open and not close-minded anymore.
Well, I'm trying to think. What are you? Who'd
you get that from? That?
Yeah, because I don't.
Well, I mean, I know I get that from the shit that I read and the people that I follow. But yeah.
But nobody's really, or who is there somebody out there like I'm not just one person. But it's I don't know. I feel like that's kind of unique.
No, I think it comes from various sources of people who, like, I read a book called Vagabonding, and the guy in Vagabonding is talking about how he fucking travels the world and he does this and he does that, and I absorb this and I absorb that, and then there's like Jay Abraham who does like crazy marketing strategies and charges people $10,000 an hour to see him. Yeah. And he talks about like businesses who are closed-minded about this, like, hey, make sure you look at this option and look at that and look at that. So I think it's a consistent theme, but but each person falls in their own realm: business, travel, creative. But within all those, it's the same thought process of like, don't be closed out to this all kind of art. Open yourself to this kind of art because this and that. Don't be closed out to this type of business.
And don't get me wrong, I'm always battling. A lot of times I'm stubborn. I'm really stubborn.
Yeah, 100%.
And a lot of times I'm like, stop.
Right.
Allow this. Take something in.
Yeah. No, that's fucking...
Don't be stuck in your way.
That's crazy,
like,
huh?
Take that in.
Open up.
Chew on that. Yeah. See how you feel about it. Don't just discard it because you know the fucking...
Fight your fucking ignorance.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit. This went deep, man. This went deeper than a 12-incher. All right, man. Well, fuck. Let's wrap that shit up.
All right, you guys. I mean, thanks for following us on our truth-seeking...
Was not expected at all.
Sextortation
to holy fuck.
To fuck me. But
all right,
thanks
guys.
for listening, man. Hey, we haven't been doing this, but no, we do look at the email toughshitpodcast@gmail.com. Send us anything you guys want to send us on the comments on YouTube, on the reviews,
on Facebook, on fucking iTunes.
Shit. You can suck our dick. You can send us nudes,
but mostly talk shit.
Send us nudes, and you can. If you're a sexy girl, send us nudes. If you have big tits, send us nudes. If you're pregnant and you have a jiggly booty, send us nudes.
Crazy boy.
But thank you so much for listening, man. We love you guys. Even if you're not listening, I still love you. That person that doesn't want to
computer
accept me.
All right, man. That's good shit, man. Peace.